correct.
Put it on put it in email. Put it on the CD. I don't care.
I'm going to give you the next 2.5 hours to reconsider, to come to your senses, and to beg out of this bet. If you so choose, I'm going to be that gracious.
If you keep antagonizing me, every time you antagonize me, I'm going to go up a case.
That's the point.
Every time you
That's what I'm trying to do.
I'm going up a case.
Are we up to 6?
We keep on. Okay. If at the end of this A block, if you antagonize me one more time, you say one more thing about Brady being the GOAT, it's 6 cases.
Brady's the GOAT!
Is that how it's going to go today? Oh, okay. We got an interesting Undisputed coming our way. The countdown is on, guys, and we're now just 2 days away from the Bucs and Packers kicking off in the NFC Championship game on Fox. Tampa is a 3.5-point underdog in this one, according to Fox Bet Sportsbook. Tom Brady called the Packers a great football team that will present a challenge. Well, Bruce Arians had a high compliment for Aaron Rodgers, saying that he was the one who truly invented manipulating defenses with his eyes. So, Shannon, are you going Brady or Rodgers? And tell me why.
I'm going Rodgers. I expect Rodgers to be spectacular. And for the most part, he's been spectacular in every game that he's played this year, with the exception of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Give them credit. The defense got after him. He made the one mistake early, came back, followed that up with another mistake, and then he wasn't the same. I don't care what he'll tell you. He said it wasn't confidence, but they took his confidence. And once they got him, you know, they played their way, played the run on the way to the quarterback, and they kind of beat him into submission. At the end of the day, it was just like, okay, we're just going to run the football and just let's get off the field, take our lumps, take our losses, and we'll get back into to Green Bay, Skip, and we'll regroup. And it's hard to see a scenario where a quarterback goes every single game throughout the course of a season and not have one bad game. He had a bad game. There's no question about that. He had a bad game, and Tampa made him pay the ultimate price, beat him down 38-10. But I look at both of these teams. I believe both of these teams have gotten better, but the Packers have gotten exponentially better. Skip, at the time when they played them, Aaron Rodgers wasn't even thought of in the MVP discussion. Everybody was talking about Russ. Everybody was talking about my homeboy. Even Brady, after that game, Brady had gotten into the discussion for the MVP. Everybody had written Aaron Rodgers off. But since then, he has not looked back. Yet they haven't won every game, but his play has been spectacular up until then. And the notion that because, okay, they beat him down in the regular season, Skip, we see that's not always the case, because we watched New Orleans beat Tampa down twice. But Tampa was a different team the second time around. They made some corrections, mainly protection of Tom Brady. Brady did a great job of not turning the football over. They won that game. We look at Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Pittsburgh wiped the floor with them the first time around. Mistakes, they took care of Baker, and they wiped the floor with the Steelers. So I expect I think we're going to see more of that, as opposed to what Tampa did the first time around, getting after Rodgers turning the football over. So I got me a nice score. I was saying 7, Skip, and I was trying to come up with a number that I really thought that they could get to. Hold on, I just want to know one thing. Do I get 7 points in ties? So if it's a 7-point ball game, Packers win by 7, do I get the ties?
It's a push.
No, I want a tie. I should get ties.
No, you don't get a tie. You're not wearing a tie.
I would go Packers. I'm going to go Packers. I'm going to go Packers. You know, just so I don't get the tie, I would go Packers 33, Bucs 25.
By 8.
I would go by 8.
Okay, I got it.
I wanted to go by 7, but since you won't give me ties, I had 33-26, but since you won't give me ties, I bumped them down 1.
Okay, it is now my turn. The moment is at hand.
Yep.
And just for our younger viewers out there, I want to say one more time, please understand how all-time special this matchup is.
Oh, it is.
Just please embrace this. Please understand the greatness you're about to see head-to-head.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers is obviously all-time great. He's not Tom Brady, but he's obviously going to be a first-ballot Hall of Famer.
Better.
And he's better than Brady. This man has tried to tell me, and I'm about to get into that. But the point here is that savor what you're seeing on Sunday. You want to appreciate it till it's gone.
This
is living legends. They still playing at extremely high levels on both sides. 143 going on 23, and Aaron Rodgers about to win his third MVP.
Correct.
So now we get to the crux of this matchup. I'm going to boil it all the way down very simply to this. It's about protection. And in the end, I believe the Bucs will protect Tom Brady better than the Packers will be able to protect Aaron Rodgers. I believe that Tom Brady is primed and poised to play a little better than Aaron Rodgers does in this game, especially in the fourth quarter. I believe Tom Brady will make at least one more big play in this game than Aaron Rodgers. I believe Aaron will be under fire and under attack more than Brady. And I will give you this. If Brady's under fire and under attack, you'll be correct. But his offensive line has gelled and clicked and come of age right before your very eyes. He has been protected over the last 6 games at the highest level.
Yes.
And I believe that will continue. The Bucs will get after Aaron Rodgers just the way they got after him with various blitzes and just basic, what I call, they're the Buccaneers, but they have pirate edge to them. They have cutthroat, nasty pirate edge, and they're going to come after Aaron Rodgers. And Ndamukong Suh does not like Aaron Rodgers, and he has always been a thorn in his side and a voice in his ear in every game they've ever played. And I believe that Aaron will go down 3 times. I think he'll get hit 4 or 5 other times. And the result of that will be Tom Brady 30, Aaron Rodgers 28. And I'm going to reiterate my motto when it comes to Tom Brady. There's one man in sports I will never, ever bet against, especially if you give me 7 points. But with the money pushed to the table in an NFC Championship game in which Tom Brady has a chance to get to, a team's first ever home Super Bowl, because the Super Bowl is going to be in Tampa Stadium, and get to his 10th Super Bowl, which is just silliness. 10 Super Bowls.
He getting a little Go James territory. Because, you know, Go James been in the NBA Finals, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Except Tom Brady has won 6 Super Bowls.
I say got there, Skip.
With 6 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter or overtime. And again, at 43, he's playing like he's 23 because he just threw 40 regular season touchdown passes. And he just won 2 road playoff games, getting even with his nemesis.
Did you hear what
his matchup nightmare at New Orleans?
Did you hear what Dr. Brittany Breeze said? I think that's his. I think that's his Drew's wife's name. Torn fascia in his foot, rotator cuff, 11 broke ribs, collapsed lung.
Yeah, and he had the 6th best QBR in the league this year. I don't know how, but now back to your man Aaron Rodgers. The reason I am so confident in Brady +7 is that I've told you this again and again, and I'm going to stand on it and scream it from a mountaintop today. Aaron Rodgers is overrated when it comes to the postseason because he made it to 1 Super Bowl long ago, 10 years ago, with a road wild card run in which he won 3 straight games on the road unexpectedly to get to that Super Bowl in Dallas-Fort Worth, as we remember, against Pittsburgh. And he won it. He was great in it. He was the MVP of the game and should have been. But that was a long time ago. Since that game, he's 7-7 in the postseason. But here's what's more important. This is a championship game. It's his first home championship game, and it took him longer to get to that than any quarterback has ever taken to get to a home championship game. That's all you need to know. But you also need to remember this. Aaron Rodgers is 1-3 in his previous 4 championship games. And help me out, Mr. Sharp, which one did he win? Oh, it was the first one he ever played in, which was at Chicago. Remember that one?
Yes.
What happened in that game? Well, Green Bay was up 16-0 at halftime. And Jay Cutler had a bad knee. which forced him to mostly ride the exercise bicycle on the sideline in Chicago for the second half, which forced one Caleb Haney into the game the entire second half. A Caleb Haney who in his career would wind up starting only 4 NFL games and be gone from the league 2 years after this fateful day in Chicago. What did Caleb Haney do in the second half? He brought them back. All of a sudden, he cut the score to 21-14. And